Alright, so here is Cupcake Party. This is from the Canadian Computing Competition, and so here we go. So a regular cupcake holds 8 cupcakes. Sorry, a regular box of cupcake holds 8 cupcakes, while a small box will hold 3 cupcakes. So there are 28 students in a class and a total of at least 28 cupcakes. So at minimum, there must be 28 cupcakes. The job of this program is to determine if there are any cupcakes left over, and so that way, you know, they can do whatever with it, right? So the input specifications, so these are the variables that we need, are R and S, right? So R represents our number of regular boxes, and S represents small boxes. And so if we look at our sample input here, so these are our inputs, right? R and S, and then we can get an output. This output is explained here. So essentially we're finding the total number of cupcakes, and we do that with simple multiplication, right? Because if each of a regular box holds 8 cupcakes, logically if you multiply it by the number of the regular cupcakes, right, we'll get how many cupcakes we have in terms of regular box sizes, and then we're doing the same process for small box sizes, so we get the total amount of cupcakes available to the students. And since there's 28 students, right, there are going to be some left over because each student only gets 1 cupcakes, and that is 3 cupcakes in this case. That's why we get that output of 3. All right, so if I actually try this out now, it's going to be R equals to input, right? So I'm just getting my variables out of the way, right? Pretty simple. And all I'm going to do now is I'm going to say if, before I do that, I'm going to do a total cupcake count, and that's just going to be R times 8 plus S times 3, right? Because that way we're getting the amount of regular cupcake boxes, and we're multiplying it by 8 cupcakes because there's 8 cupcakes per box, and same process over here, right? Now all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run some if statements. So I'm gonna say if total underscore cupcake, all right, equals 28. So this means that there is sufficient enough for all of them, right? So I'm just going to print 0 in that case, right? So it's sufficient enough for all the 28 students, so there has to be no cupcakes left. Otherwise, there is going to be cupcakes left, and we can just get that by subtracting by 28. Actually, realistically, we can do that without this if statement, because if it is 28, like if total cupcake is 28, it's going to just be 28 minus 28, which is 0 anyways. So let's not add that unnecessary piece of code. Let me just submit this, and as you can see, all my test cases did pass. So I'm just going to view my source again. I'm just going to put this into my GitHub. So if I go back here, and then I'm going to add a file. This one is just called Cupcake Party.py, and let's add my code here, and yeah.